Support for this One Time in Kankakee comes from the Kankakee Area YMCA. The Kankakee Area YMCA is more than just a gym. It's a movement of thousands of people making positive changes in their lives and their community. The YMCA is Kankakee's premier provider of family health and wellness. Become a Y member today at their location on Kennedy Drive in Kankakee or at k3ymca.org. For youth development, for healthy living, for social responsibility. The Kankakee Area YMCA. Support for this One Time in Kankakee comes from Raven Spring Media, where method, media, and mindfulness create impact. From video production, photography, animation, and team building, Raven Spring Media creates compelling content that captures your brand's unique story in a strategic way. With over 20 years of visual storytelling experience, Raven Spring Media brings together creative expertise and a fresh perspective to every project they undertake. Begin your story today at ravenspringmedia.com. This one time in Kankakee, flying saucers were spotted. Or were they? Welcome to This One Time in Kankakee from the WVLI Podcast Network. I'm Jake LaMore. It's the summer of 1947. World War II is over. The Cold War is heating up, and a jittery American public is constantly looking to the skies. Enter Kenneth Arnold, an amateur pilot flying near Washington's Mount Rainier, who reports the 9 crescent-shaped objects flashing across the sun at 1,700 miles per hour. A local news report describes their movement like saucers skipping across water. Just like that, flying saucer enters the American lexicon. Pop culture jumps on board. Comic books, B-movies, cereal boxes. But in Kankakee, Illinois, the sky-gazing wasn't just on the silver screen. As the late local historian Jack Klasey documented in the Kankakee County Museum's blog, Let's Talk Kankakee County History, saucer mania arrived right in our backyard during the summer of 1952. On Friday, July 25, 1952, the Kankakee Daily Journal had to issue an urgent public PSA. The night before, local switchboards were jammed. Frantic residents flooded police headquarters, the Journal newsroom, and a local radio station with reports of unidentified craft overhead.
Sorry, but those flying saucers you thought you saw Thursday evening were not spaceships being used by men from other planets.
The culprits? A University of Chicago physics professor had released 25 high-altitude hydrogen balloons to track cosmic rays. Local aviators Delbert and Roger Kerner even scrambled their plane to investigate, climbing all the way to 12,000 feet, only to realize the cluster was drifting far out of reach at 50,000 feet. Case closed, right? Or so they thought. Then, less than a month later, on August 19th at 8:45 p.m., the skies over downtown Kankakee offered an enigma that couldn't be explained away by weather balloons. Armand Botterny was working late in an upper-floor office downtown when he glanced out a south-facing window. Hovering over the Illinois Central Railroad tracks, just 2 blocks away, was a strange, blinding light. Armand dialed his home on South Dearborn Avenue telling his son John to run outside immediately.
It was an object about 5 or 6 times as large as a star and was moving south slowly, just above the treetops. I quickly ran toward the tracks, but by the time I arrived, it had disappeared.
John wasn't just a casual observer. He was an Air Force veteran. He knew military aircraft, and he insisted this object resembled nothing he had ever seen in the service. That same evening, 2 miles away at the Kankakee Country Club, William Lockwood and 2 friends watched the exact same brilliant light blaze above the tree line before vanishing into the night. Fast forward 15 years later to April 1st, 1967. The Daily Journal runs a front-page splash complete with a photo of a heavy crane dipping into the river. A flying saucer had supposedly crashed between the Illinois Central and Washington Avenue bridges.
I saw this thing. Looked like what I would call a flying saucer. He was moving pretty slow and wobbling a bit. Looked like he tried to go under one of the arches. Hit the bridge and bounced off. Big splash.
The witness's name is a liar, as in, I'm a liar. The scientific cause cited? The concentric Lepraloof effect, or April Fool spelled backward. A legendary front-page prank by the Journal staff. Whether high-altitude physics, legendary newsroom jokes, or genuine lights hovering unexplained over the railroad tracks, local history reminds us to keep looking up. Special thanks to the archival work of the late Jack Klasey and the Kankakee County Historical Society. You can learn more at KankakeeCountyMuseum.com. For this One Time in Kankakee from the WVLI Podcast Network, I'm Jake LaMore. Thanks for listening.
Listen to all of today's local news in one place.
Checking your WVLI News, I'm Rob West.
The WVLI News Update brings you the day's news in 10 minutes or less. Clear, credible, and on your schedule. Follow now wherever you get your podcasts or at WVLI927.com and click on air. It's all part of the new WVLI Podcast Network. The voices you trust beyond the dial.